Hello, I'm Mike Richie, and welcome to our Veterans Day celebration. And the Northland Pines School District does a number of wonderful Veteran Day programs, and so we're going to talk a little bit about our Veterans Day program. It's an honor for us to recognize and celebrate the many veterans across our country who gave up so much for our freedom. The Northland Pines School District actually does 3 Veterans Day programs. One was this morning where we had all of our K through 12th grade students come into the high school and into our field house, where we had over 1,200 students and parents and community members and of course veterans put on just a wonderful display of patriotism and what it means to be a veteran. Next to me is a high school math teacher, Mr. Czarapata. And as you can tell, he is not in a shirt and tie like he would normally be wearing when he's teaching. He is in his military uniform. And the reason I chose Mr. Czarapata to sit with me today for this video cast is the fact that he did not take the normal course of a teacher where they would go on to college, graduate from college, student teach, and then find a job teaching in a high school, a middle school, or an elementary school. He served our country, and to that we're very grateful to him and to all veterans. But I would like to hear from Mr. Czarapata and just talk to him a little bit about what led him down the path that he chose. So first of all, thank you, sir, very much for your service, and thank you for being a wonderful teacher for the Northland Pines School District. But could you share with us briefly what led you to your career and your service?
I'd be happy to. Thank you, Dr. Richie, for having me here today, and thank you for the great celebration we had for Veterans Day. It was an outstanding performance by all our students here in Northland Pines School District. I'm a native of Wisconsin. I'm from southern Wisconsin, but I've had a lot of family members here living up here in Eagle River for a very long time. And after graduating high school, I wanted to go to college and pursue a math degree, college degree, and go on and play college hockey. Afterwards, I decided, well, now I'm out in the real world, I need to get a job. So after graduating college down at Lake Forest College in Illinois, I had family who's always served in the military. And I've always been interested, intrigued by it, and I wanted to fly. I wanted to serve my country, and I wanted to fly. So I got into the military right out of college, and I went to flight school. They taught me everything I needed to know, and then I went out and served my country. I ended up making 5 tours of duty for my country, tours of Iraq and Afghanistan and such, and flew all over the world. And it was an absolute honor to wear the uniform and to serve my country. 20 years I served my country, and after I retired from the military, my last tour of duty, my last job in the military was at Great Lakes Naval Station in Illinois, and it was Navy's only boot camp. And at that time I was working with high school graduates coming right out of high school and entering the service, and so I was getting a little bit of exposure to education and teaching and working with young kids. And I just kind of fell in love with it. Absolutely loved it. I knew I'd be getting out of the military sooner or later, and I'd have to retire somewhere, and the Northwoods and Eagle River is a wonderful place. So after I did retire from the Navy, I went ahead and finished up my teaching certification, and I was fortunate enough to be hired here at Northland Pines, where I'm able to teach math, coach hockey, and help young kids grow and develop. And probably my biggest reason for working with kids and serving in education is I saw at the boot camp that there was a lot of individuals who I felt needed to basically learn to excel. Kids growing up nowadays, I felt a lot of times they're not pushed enough. They're not, and quite frankly, I wanted to help them be the best that they could be. I think we have a great country. I think we have great kids, and I want to help them, give them the motivation and the drive to excel.
You know, five tours. That's simply amazing, and I know the students that are behind us working right now are amazed at the fact that you served and you completed 5 tours. Can you just share one experience that is something that, you know, I guess good or bad, but something that really sticks to your mind of one of your experiences?
You bet. During one that definitely sticks out in my mind is during my 5 tours. Like I said, there were several to Iraq, so one to Afghanistan, and then I also served a tour in Kosovo. And from an aviator's point of view, I mean, we always hear about Iraq, we always hear about Afghanistan, but from an aviator's point of view, Kosovo was actually, I guess you would consider the most dangerous. They had the most credible threat to the air, if you will, and you train and train and train. The military is always about training. You never stop training and working and trying to improve and trying to get better and preparing yourself for that one moment, so to speak. And I had one of those moments in Kosovo. I'd flown training missions and studied and did all this stuff for all these years. And then it all boiled down to one particular mission that we went on. Guys were getting shot at. We ended up having one of my, I wouldn't say a close friend, but one of my comrades, one of my brethren, he ended up getting shot down in Kosovo. And we were out that night flying, and we were providing support to for his rescue. And reflecting on that and looking back on that, those kind of moments, you don't know when they're going to happen in your life. And it doesn't have to be in the military, it can be anywhere. And you got to be prepared and you got to be ready. And that moment sticks out in my mind very, very vividly, to think that I trained basically my whole career and everything I did, and it culminated in maybe an hour worth of very important work.
Well, again, thank you very much for serving our country, and thank you for serving our students here as Northland Pines High School math teacher.
Well, thank you for having me, Dr. Richie. It's a real pleasure.
My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Beautiful, o'er spacious skies, o'er amber waves of rain, o'er purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where our fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's Ride, from every mountainside, land lakes of Eagle River to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from the sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there